The last classical tournament I played went pretty bad. For this reason, in this tournament I'm more focused than always and I'm ready to fight. The tournament is divided in two groups, a group A and a group B. I am in the group B because my rating FIDE is below 1500, so I'm also one of the strongest players in my group, which means that I have winning chance. Let's see how the game went. My opponent is almost rated to Evarded, but don't worry because it's not to Evarded online, it's a FIDE rating, which means that she's pretty strong, probably around the 1500-1600 on chess.com. As always, I play e4 because I'm an e4 player, I'm not going to change during a tournament, and I have quite a high winning rate with white even in tournament. It's above 60%, so I don't think that e4 is a problem. And she plays c5 and we are playing the Sicilian defense. I always play knight c3. I play sometimes with knight f3, but I really like the close Sicilian. I also have a really high winning percentage with it. So again, I'm not going to change this opening. I think it's pretty good. She played a6, which, I mean, it's a move that makes sense. Although, if you play the setup I'm going to play, you basically waste the time because I don't even care about your queen side. I'm just going to play on the queen side and I'm just saying, yeah, you play a6, but you're going to be in trouble playing b5 actually, because I'm going to play bishop on g2, which could be a problem. My bishop could get really strong. So after I played g3, she played e6. e6 is a move, I mean, that makes sense. You want to develop maybe the bishop on e7 or the knight on e7 and then play d6 and slowly putting pressure on the center. Or maybe you could also play d5, but I mean, right now I don't feel like it's a really good move. So I played bishop on g3, which I mean makes sense, it's the point of my opening, and in the future I'm going to play knight on e2, d3 and f4. This is my plan. I castle short and I launch an attack on the king side, and it's really hard that they're going to castle queen side. Also the queen side is really weakened, so they're probably going to castle short and I'm going to launch a strong attack. So she played d6, which I mean, it's a move that makes sense, it's a solid move and she's ready to develop her pieces. Now I play d3, consolidating. She plays knight on f6, preparing maybe bishop on e7. Although playing knight on f6, this knight could be a target. It could be attacked, let's say, if I play f4, which is the best move, and then e5. So instead of playing that, probably it's better to develop the knight on e7. I decided to develop the knight on e2 first, because I feel like I don't need to dash with f4. Although Stockfish is suggesting to play f4 right away, but I usually prefer playing a more solid setup in the opening and then start to attack aggressively. So she played g6. Fianchetto the bishop, although she is wasting quite a lot of times. Maybe playing bishop on e7 was a better move. Yeah, was indeed a better move. This waste another move to put the bishop on g7 and you could get in some trouble pretty fast. You should really develop your pieces now. Now I castle short and I'm ready to play f4. She develops the bishop on g7 and I play f4. So till now everything is going okay. I'm playing pretty logically. She's also playing logically. She's also down in development, but I mean it's not the end of the world. Is plus 0.2. So castle short, and now I mean I need to develop the bishop. Is pretty much the last piece I need to develop. So I decided to play bishop on e3. Not bishop on d2. Maybe in a rapid game I will play bishop on d2 because I need to calculate this stuff. But actually she can't play d5 because I'm just going to win the pawn. and let's say she plays d4, after that I just move the knight and I'm up a full pawn. So bishop on e3 is obviously a really good move. So she develops the knight on c6, which makes sense. Now she just need to develop. And you need to be careful, because if you play b5, I'm going to hit you with e5. So the bishop opens up, attacking your knight, and this knight is attacked. So you can't really play b5, and you have to develop the bishop on d7, for example. That's why, as I said, this move, I don't like it so much, because it's pretty much a waste of a time, because it's hard that you're going to play b5, unless you're going to play rook b8, but this takes you a lot of time. So I played h3, which is a move that makes a lot of sense for the simple reason. She has knight on g4. She had the knight on g4, but I just moved the bishop and then I play h3 and you move away, so it's not a problem. But after I play h3, my king can go on h2, the knight can't go on g4, and I'm happy. So she puts the knight on e8, which is a move I don't really understand. Looks like an undeveloping move. I really can't really understand what's the point. You need to develop your pieces. I mean, Stockfish doesn't think this is a bad move, because Stockfish is a playable move. And I guess that you want to play a5, I get it. Although, you're not going to accomplish so much, because you still have all your pieces in the first rank. And now I play d4, because I mean, I want to start an attack. I think my pieces are better. My development is even better, so I just want to open the position and see what happens. But I blundered a thing, which is, I mean, is not a losing blunder, and I saw it after I pushed the pawn, that after I take with the knight, she can actually play queen on b6. Queen on b6, attack the knight, but which I blundered I did is the fact that if I move the knight, I lose the bishop. So the move that saves the position is knight on e2, which I saw it. Luckily, so if she played queen on b6, because she actually didn't play queen on b6, I would have played knight on e2. Now she can take this pawn, but I have queen d3, and I can put a lot of pressure on your position, and Stockfish thinks it's equal. But in this position she played it, and after we played, she doesn't have queen on b6, so she played f5 now. And again, as I said, I don't think f5 accomplished too much. The only thing it accomplished is actually weakening your position, because you're not in the position to open the center. For the simple reason that you don't have the pieces to do that. If you can't launch an attack, you shouldn't open the position, because you are the one that is going to be attacked. So I played the best move, and I mean, I can pretty much do 3 things in a position like this. Take the bishop, but makes no sense. She just develops the knight. Push this pawn, but after take, let's say I take, we can pretty much trade everything, and I mean, I don't feel like it's the best move in the world. But what I can do is taking this pawn. If I take this pawn, I have 2 advantages. The bishop opens up, so you need to be careful. This bishop is a monster now. And after you take, if you take with the g-pawn, your king is going to be weaker. So I can probably play queen on h5 and gg. If you take with the e-pawn, which is the move she played, now I am +4. But why I am +4? Well, it's not even so surprising, because as you see, everything is opened, my pieces are much better, I have chance to attack, his pieces are pretty much all in the first rank. So I play rook on e1, rook on e1 is still the best move, because maybe I can double, I can put the king on e2 and put pressure on the second rank, but also the rook is doing a great job. After I play, for example, knight on d5, I can put pressure on the square, maybe the bishop attacks the queen, and then I have a rook on e7. So I'm controlling this file, which is an open file, which obviously is a really good thing. And now she is in a lot of trouble actually. She plays queen on f6, which knight on f6, which it kind of makes sense. You need to develop something, but in this position I had knight on d5, which wins on the spot, and it's a move I missed. I saw knight on d5, but instead of doing that I played king on h2, because I was scared of some check, some pin with the queen, and then I would have played knight on d5. But if I play knight on d5 now, I'm threatening bishop on b6. Let's say you do nothing, bishop on b6, this is pretty much the only move, and then rook on e7, so you lose. You have to take this knight. You just have to, unless you play bishop on d7, because this gives an escape square for the queen, although there is still quite an incredible pressure. So if you take the knight, feel like it's a better move. So you take the knight, and I take with check, so my bishop now is the best piece ever existed. So king on h8, and now I have queen on d2 with some checkmate threat actually, or also queen on d3, which is a thing I missed. So I played king on h2, and after she unpins the rook with rook on b8, I finally play knight on d5, which obviously is a really good move. She take, I take, we check, and king on h8. Now, I thought I had a big advantage, which is true, and I played the best move, apparently, yes. I played the best move, and I'm happy about this game because I calculated everything pretty well. Let's say I take the bishop, king has to take, I give this check with the queen, which maybe this move wasn't accurate, but at the end of the day, we reach a really good position for me. Let's say she blocks with the rook. I can double rooks, I have a lot of pressure, this rook is pinned, maybe I can push and try to pin the rook, so it's a really scary thing to do. So I take, queen check. If she check me with the queen, I have a rook on e7 because the queen is pinned. The king has to go back. I take, and now there is a rook infiltration. And that position just falls apart because it's so bad. Her pieces are so passive. So I take the bishop, and now queen on d4. She blocks with the queen, and I'm curious. What if she blocks with the rook? Exactly, can double rook. Exactly, so I calculated well. So king on f6, rook on e7, best move, can't be taken. Yeah, she played king on h6, which is a really weird move, pretty much a play to get mated. But if you play king on h8, let's say take, I have this check, king moves, and I can play rook on e1, and I'm maybe not threatening checkmate, but it's not even so far from that. And you can't move this bishop, remember, so, because you lose the rook, so you are in trouble. If you play bishop on e6, trying to be tactical, you just lose a bishop. But yeah, she played king on h6, now take, and I found a really good move, which I'm also happy about. Bishop on g8, and bishop on g8 pretty much ends the game. If you see the variation correctly, but I'm pretty much threatening mate, and you can't defend this pawn. So the only move is playing g5, which she played, I mean, because otherwise you get mated. And I missed h4. I missed h4, which, I mean, this is quite a bad miss, I have to say. So let's say I play h4, she take, I take with check. This is the only move, but now you're going to get mated. So, oh, not this. Can you play? Oh yeah, yes, obviously this, and then the rooks get in and GG. So yeah, I couldn't see this mate that. Although yeah, maybe it wasn't too easy to see, but I was really focused on this pawn, honestly, so I played rook take h7 and the king move. Now I can still play h4. But I mean, I was focused on this side, which is obviously a mistake. But this move, I don't think I even thought about this move. I thought about taking that, but not this move. Maybe because I was like, what if she doesn't take? But I mean, she can't do anything. If I push again, it's mate. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I moved the rook on e7 because otherwise, let's say I don't have h4. If my bishop is under attack, I can't really defend it, and if I move the rook, I lose the bishop, and if I move the bishop, I lose the rook. So I play rook on e7, which obviously is still really winning. I mean, I was sure I was winning in this position, so maybe it's for this reason that I didn't calculate h4, but yeah, I should have. And yeah, she played this move then to develop the bishop, and now I played another really good move, a really good positional move. Bishop on d5, and now your bishop can't be developed. This doesn't work. This lose the bishop. So you are pretty much playing without your pieces because you can't move the rook or the bishop. I mean, yeah, you can move the rook, but after that, your bishop is just a target. Probably I double rooks and then your bishop is a target. So she played this move, which is wild though. Maybe it is because she wants to develop this rook and then the bishop somewhere, but it's still lost. So this move doesn't make a lot of sense, honestly. And I played rook on e1. Doubling the rooks, nothing wrong with that, honestly. She keeps pushing this pawn because, I mean, now she can develop the bishop, although now I can play rook on a7, targeting this pawn. You can't still develop the bishop, so I'm just blocking every play she can have. And after she defends the pawn, playing a4, I just double the rook on the 7th rank, and this is absolutely game over. And yeah, she takes this pawn, I take back, don't need to rush. In classical, never rush. If you rush, you lose. The only good moves are the moves that you don't rush in classical. You win slowly in the end game, as you see. You don't win because your opponent blunders pieces, usually, unless you play the last games and people are tired. Yeah, that could happen. She played this move, and now the computer doesn't think it's the best move in the world, but I think that practically speaking is a great move which wins the game, and my opponent has no chance to recover from this. After I played rooks, I play rook on f8, and good luck with developing your pieces. Your bishop can't move because you lose the rook. The only move I thought about was playing this. But I mean, you lose the rook and we are in a completely winning game for me. so still good luck. Instead of doing that, she attacked my rook first, and then I play rook on d4, so still you can't really do anything. And this pawn is under attack, but I don't really want this pawn. I want to put pressure on this bishop now. She pushed the pawn, and now the bishop is lost. If you take, I take the rook. She tries with some counterplay, and now you have to be careful, because if I take this bishop, I lose. You have to be careful. Till the end of the game, you have to be really careful. So I take with this pawn, because usually the pawn in the center are better. Although I don't think it makes a great difference in this case. She takes back, and now another great move. This is the only play she has. What play? What play? Yeah, if I take, she take with the rook, maybe she could be annoying, obviously still completely winning. She can't even take with the rook actually, but if you play c3, everything is closed. You had zero counterplay, it's the best move, and GG. Now you lose the piece. So she played this, she's going to lose something. And I take the bishop, and be careful, this is another important move. You don't take the bishop with the rook, you take the bishop with the bishop. Why? Because this square is covered 2 times, which means that after she played this move, bye-bye rook. Now you have to play rooks, and this is completely over. I'm up 1 pawn and a bishop. She played this move, I don't know why, but it's really time to resign, and after I play e6, she resigned. And I played quite a good game. A really good game. I'm happy about this game. Stockfish is saying that I played with 94% accuracy with the imprecision, although I feel like missing a mate in net is not an imprecision but a mistake. But I played pretty well. Also, my opponent didn't play bad at all. She played with 90% accuracy. Maybe not, but she also played pretty well, and so now you understand that being a 1200 FIDE is not the same thing as being a 1200 on chess.com. I think she played at the level of at least a 1600 on chess.com, so you can understand that in reality being a title player means you are a monster. You are a monster player. You are really good. And I'm trying to get to CM. This is a small step into that direction. It was a really good game. I felt happy about this. And see you with the next game tomorrow.